Before it was the world's most famous hymn, it was a humble, confessional poem, one whose author would never be able to predict how far it would go. This is the story of Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace is one of the most recognizable and emotionally powerful songs ever written, but its rise to become a globally recognized hymn took decades. The words were written in 1772 by an English clergyman named John Newton. Originally it began as a poem. Newton published it in 1779 in a collection called Only Hymns, where it appeared without any music at all, which was a common practice at the time. Hymns were often printed as text only, and congregations would sing the words to whatever familiar melodies fit the rhythm. Because of this, Amazing Grace didn't have a fixed sound in its early years. Its power came entirely from the words, simple, direct, and deeply personal, recounting a journey from spiritual blindness to redemption. But change came when the hymn crossed the Atlantic. In the late 1700s, Amazing Grace began appearing in American hymnals, spreading across states like New York, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. And in America, the song truly took on a life of its own. During the early 1800s, a wave of religious revival swept across the country, becoming known as the Second Great Awakening. Large outdoor camp meetings were bringing people from different denominations together, and they needed music that was simple to learn, easy to sing, and emotionally resonant. Amazing Grace fit that need perfectly. It was during this period that the poem was finally paired with the melody we recognize today. The tune, later known as New Britain, was simple, memorable, and based on a pentatonic scale, meaning it used just 5 notes. That simplicity made it accessible to anyone, regardless of musical training. In 1835, a shape-note hymnal called the Southern Harmony, compiled by William Walker, helped standardize this version of the song. The book became widely popular, selling hundreds of thousands of copies, and Amazing Grace quickly spread across the country. What began as a personal story became a shared musical experience. The focus shifted from just the words to the combination of words and melody, something that could be sung collectively, remembered easily, and passed down through generations. And part of its lasting power comes from its flexibility. Like many folk hymns, its lyrics evolved over time, with new verses added by different communities. But regardless of the changes, the central message remained: grace, redemption, and transformation. That message, paired with a melody that almost anyone can sing, gave the song a rare kind of universality. In the end, Amazing Grace became a convergence of 2 worlds, a deeply intimate English poem and an evolving American musical tradition. Through that union, it reached something larger than either one, a song that speaks across generations, denominations, and cultures, capturing the idea of redemption in its simplest and most enduring form. The story of Amazing Grace is of one man's creation that grew into a tradition, but many of our traditional songs did not come from one known source. Some evolved over time from sources so obscure that they remain a mystery to this day. And one of America's most enduring folk songs was born in such mysterious circumstances: Shenandoah.